on speaker here, so we'll see if everyone can hear each other. Just hold the line. Oh, can you hear?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Can you hear us?
It's a bit blurred, but yeah, I can make out what you're saying.
Right. So, Nigel, my name's Yvonne Grant. I'm the legal member.
I'm Philip Boyce. I'm the psychiatrist member.
And my name's Michael Durandis.
Never met or heard of both of you.
Nigel, would you just like to say your full name, please?
My name's Nigel John Carroll. I'm 55 years of age. No, I don't have a mental illness.
Why is the wrong
Right. I understand that's your view. What we consider today
I've heard of one. It's supposed to be very fast, nigh uncatchable.
Is an application for further community treatment order.
Really bad.
And if we were to make it, Nigel, it would be along the lines of the previous order.
Drink up, me hearty, yo ho.
Having the injection every 12 weeks.
I've asked you nicely. I've told everybody the situation. I've explained it simply. I've written you a letter. I've posted it to MRHT. I don't want the medication anymore. I don't have to have the medication. I don't need it.
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
I want to know when. It's 23 years now. Where's my disease? I don't do things like other people do things. I've got a staid mind. I've got a very sensible mind. It's a working mind. I've never stopped working. And I don't agree. What is the can the treatment team right there, right now, tell me what my diagnosis is? And how did you come to that value when you've never interviewed me, you've never done a test on me at all? This is the interview that I'm getting, and you're all there, and you're providing that I should be put on the Trinza, which I nearly died from 5 weeks ago. So I'm very upset. I'm on death row here, gentlemen. And I want to know what my diagnosis is first. So I had a misdiagnosed 23 years ago. So I want to know what my diagnosis is now. I want to know what tests you've done and what results you've got. I want to know why you haven't interviewed me to find out what's going on.
Ooh, child, things will get brighter. And bring it down hard. Jay!
What are you doing?
Dance off, bro!
And the diagnosis that we're working with for you is a diagnosis of schizoaffective disorder, and that diagnosis has been come to by several psychiatrists over the years, and it's based on the clinical picture of symptoms that you exhibit and response to treatment as well with the medication that you've been on.
I don't respond to treatment. I'm debilitated. I can't get out of bed. I can't work. Because it's an illness or a mental illness, I can't get insurance, so I can't practice as a sole practitioner. So I had to shut the most successful business in the world down in 2009. I'm sick of I'm on a DSP. I'm 55 years ago. I should be the strongest of my life. I don't drink. I don't smoke that much. I don't take drugs. The only thing I get is medication that puts me in bed consistently, makes me feel so sick. I want to ask the doctor now, the psychiatrist, what would you feed a paranoid schizophrenic? If he's got schizophrenia, you want to stay away from the medication. You want to keep off the medication.
So, Nigel, Rebecca's answered your question, and if there are other questions you have, you can follow those up with Dr. Hatt.
No, I don't agree with that. Who are these people saying I'm a schizophrenic when I've never met them?
You do have under the order.
You said a few psychiatrists. No, there's one Dr. Baker, and there's one Dr. Hands, and that's it. There's 2 doctors, and I don't see why. Look, the community treatment order. What you're saying is, I'm a schizophrenic. I need to be on a community treatment order. I've been in Redfern for 12 years. I haven't had one bit of crime, not one bit of corruption, not one bit of violence. So why the community treatment order? And shouldn't people have a choice of what medication and what doctor they want to see? You have forced yourselves on me. You are forcing medication. Please, Your Honour, I've written a document I want you to read the full document.
So Nigel, I appreciate you're somewhat sort of surprised and you can't understand why the treating team has made this diagnosis.
Oh, I know. I've had it for 23 years, ma'am. I know exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to make me drop dead, like everybody else around here. The fact is I use intravenous drugs as a cogentin against their medication that cost me all my money on $264 a week. I'm not being stupid about it. I know exactly what's going on here, and you don't even know who I am.
So Nigel, no, we don't have the benefit of seeing you, and I'm sorry that we don't. But I do appreciate you.
Before you make a decision, before you put me on a CTO, because if you put me on a CTO, I'm straight on a plane to Melbourne, and I'm never coming back to this state.
Well, that would be
I hate the medication. I object to it totally. It's killing me. It's wrong. You know, the fact that people call me a schizophrenic is bullshit. I can call them dumb people. They're dumb. They're so dumb. They've never done a proper test on me, Your Honour. They've never done a proper test.
So Nigel, I'm going to have to ask you to be quiet for a moment, if you would.
Sure.
I just let you know, and to give my colleagues an opportunity if they wish to ask any questions. And Rebecca, we've read your report, and we've read the report of Dr. Tyndale. Do you wish to say anything further in terms of why you're seeking this order? And you are, in fact, seeking an order for 12 months. Could you just, very briefly, we have the benefit of your report, could you very briefly summarise why you've made the application and why you're seeking a 12-month order?
I'm seeking a 12-month order because I do acknowledge that this whole process is very distressing for Nigel. I am doing my best to try and maintain a therapeutic relationship with Nigel and see if I can support him in other areas that he's identified at times as being his goal. One was the NDIS. We have been talking about making an application for that. He's still somewhat ambivalent, but I do want to maintain a good relationship with Nigel, although I'm very aware that he's completely opposed to the treatment. And I do believe that without treatment, that Nigel's mental state would deteriorate further.
Complete crap. It's absolute crap. How can you prove that? I've got a better mind than you, Rebecca. I'm a professor of architecture, and I'm also a musician that can play music really well and sing songs. When has my brain ever deteriorated? From 1998. No, you said that in 1998. Now 2021. My mind's sharp, Your Honour. My mind's very sharp, and I'm sick of this bullshit. It's going to deteriorate. Where's my disease, Rebecca? What's the disease from? You're not even a fucking doctor.
Nigel, we're listening to the tribunal. They're actually trying to speak at the moment.
Okay.
So Nigel, I understand you're opposed and you disagree with the views of the treating team, but we have heard the views of the treating team and received a report from them, and on the evidence provided, we are of the opinion that you do require the support of an order, and that we're concerned that without the order, there is a risk that you become very unwell. You probably lose what housing you have.
I'm unwell on the drugs, Your Honour. I'm leaving town. You put me on a CTO, I'm out of here tonight, mate. And you can stick your money up your ass. In fact, you're not even listening. You're listening to people that have never even spoken to me. I don't even know who they are. You've been corrupted. It's a kangaroo court. It's absolute crap. Listen, if you don't read my report before you make a decision, that proves corruption, and I'm not sitting with it, and I'll make a war about it. This has been 23 years. There is nothing wrong with my mind. My mind will not fail. They are killing me on those drugs, Your Honour, and you're being fooled by it. I sent it off this morning. Please get a copy and read it thoroughly before making a decision, because I'm going to get up and I'm going to leave this town. And I'm going to take my money with it, and I'm going to get my money where I put in. You've got no idea who I am. You're jumped to assumptions. You've got no idea. And I'm hanging up I'm out of town. Goodbye. There you go, honey. That was a predetermined trial on biased people that have never even met me or done a scientific test or found out what the real problem is about this whole episode. What a complete waste of time.